myself and Nevada Titworth, we got together and we decided to create a monthly Zoom call for other agents as well. It's called the Real Estate Mastermind, and I do post it on my socials. It's the third Thursday of every month, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we wanted to do it later in the day to cater to those in Central and East Coast time. And really, it's just a safe space for us to get together, mastermind, talk about our markets, maybe talk about techniques that are working for some, and just an open, safe space to discuss any trials, tribulations, things that people are doing that have helped their business, just anything that you want to discuss, to know that you have a community of people that are there to support you. And that's what we do every third Thursday, and I will post it on my socials.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Well, I'm sure that I will make darn sure I join in, because there's a lot of things I'm sure I'd like to talk about, that we're seeing here in the Dallas area, maybe compared to Nevada and Kansas and Arizona and Florida. So I think it's great that you created this forum. So I applaud you on that. So
thank you.
Talk to me. Tell me about Shannon and what makes her tick.
Ooh, what makes Shannon tick? My family makes me tick.
Okay.
I do it for them. So a lot of people don't know I was 15 years into the financial services industry. My son was diagnosed with epilepsy when he turned 2. I did have, obviously, government backing with FMLA, so I can take, time off, and I was protected. But of course, corporate America world only wants to see you take so much of that time off. So I was still getting a lot of stress from upper management, even though I was hitting my numbers as a supervisor and things of that sort. So I was always told that I would be good in real estate. I didn't think so. I am not a salesperson. I do not want to convince people that they should buy or they should sell. So I thought I was going to suck. But I figured, it was an easy license to obtain. What's the worst that can happen? I suck at real estate and I go back into the corporate America world. And I got into real estate, and 3 months in, I had 8 escrows at that time that I was juggling. And from there, it's been a nonstop situation. So I just chased what I thought sounded good, didn't know how it was going to end up, but it was definitely a blessing, and my business has soared since.
So that 8 escrows early on, did that come from your database? Did it come from the industry that you had left? It came from your network? Where did it come from?
It came from social media.
Okay.
I'm very much so an introvert. A lot of people don't believe it, but I'm definitely so. I do not do well in large crowds. I don't just walk into a room like, hey, I'm Shannon, I'm an agent. No, you'll find me over there in the corner somewhere. So I really took advantage of social media. I knew that was the easiest, quickest way I can touch as many people as possible, and I can show people who I am. And it wasn't really about, again, come buy with me, come sell with me. It was more or less like, did you know this? Did you know that? I found in a lot of communities, they don't know what they don't know about real estate at the end of the day. So by me just giving them little tidbits of, hey, did you know this? Or did you know that? Or people gravitated towards me. They wanted to know more. And once people approach me, I can take off from there. It's just me approaching them is a different story. So once people started gravitating to my world, I knew that I was very relationship driven. And once they're in my world, they're not going to leave my world. So that's kind of how it soared. One of those escrows was somebody that I did work prior to at the bank. Everybody else was people that I had just met. But I gave them hope. I gave them hope into home ownership. A lot of people felt like, I need a buku amount of money in the bank. I need this 750 credit score. So me coming in and educating them really went a long way. And from there, I really focused on the relationships, and not only the relationships with my potential clients, but my relationships with my potential referral partners. I really watered those relationships, and I'm very intentional with those relationships. I see quite a few people on this call that they get text messages from me, they get phone calls from me, and it's just an honest, hey, how are you doing? It's not about real estate. It's not about, hey, do you have any referrals to send me? it's the relationship, and that's what I value the most. And that's what's ultimately helped my business get to where it is.
Well, I would tell you that it's how we connected. And I've had so many people on this call that I think have influence around this great country of ours, because they're very well known, very well respected, and I put you in that category. And I've seen your social media world, and I'm envious because it's a growth opportunity for me. And I would say that we're way better than we were, and we still have opportunity to grow. And I'm fortunate that I've got a partner who's looking at you with the red lipstick right there, and Christina, that she's patient and she's got to be patient with me. But I really appreciate that she's along for the ride, and she's really helping me get better and stay better connected. I think you've done such a fantastic job there. So I applaud you. So keep doing what you're doing, because I think that your influence, it's spreading way past Nevada, right? It's spreading across this country. And I think there's no bigger compliment than that. So
I appreciate that.
something else that we need to know about you or your business, or again, the platform is yours. So
Yeah, so I really hate to make things all about myself. I feel like as you help people around you grow, you're going to grow with them. So really my focus is on how can I help others increase their businesses? How can I help others improve their world? And, even within the social media platforms and the groups I'm in, I'm always looking out for other people. So I think I like to call myself the relationship realtor. I'm always connecting the dots with other people. And I think, when you come from that place of just wanting to give back, it comes back to you. So as far as I'm concerned, my main points are my sphere of influence, my database, and my referral partners. That's really what I nurture. I know some people do cold calling. I know some people do open houses, door knocking. That's not me as an introvert. So I have to stay within my comfort zone. So just like yesterday, every quarter I send out, depending on the season, like yesterday, I sent out welcome to fall mailers to my VIP clients. It was just a simple, hey, welcome to fall, just a little token of gratitude. Here's my favorite soap of the season. And I sent, I don't know, 55, 60 soaps in the mail. So little things like that keep me top of mind with my clients. When it comes to my referral partners, I have my VIP referral partners that have sent me business, referred business to me. I'm constantly reaching out to them, whether it be happy birthday cards, gift cards, Christmas cards, just little tokens of gratitude. So I think, whatever you decide to do as your form of lead generation, make sure you're giving it 100%. And I also realized, do what works for you. I think so many people focus on, this works for this person, so I'm going to try this. But if you're not going to give something 100%, 9 times out of 10, you're going to fail at it. So I know for me, I'm good with nurturing those relationships and harvesting those type of things. So I really focus in that world. So that's kind of how I built my business to where it is.
simple. I think success is simple. It's just not easy, right?
And consistency. It takes consistency. Even I manage a couple of Facebook groups, and I see a lot of new agents coming in the groups, and they're kind of intimidated and overwhelmed because their name is not being tagged. I was one of those new agents, but I really focused on how can I build these relationships, and how can I be now that preferred person that's being tagged. And it's not only about receiving, it's about giving. So I think naturally when you give, it's going to come back to you. So just focus on your world, set a goal that works for you, put all the outside noise, leave it on the outside, and really focus on your consistency, your growth, your schedule, and your business definitely will thrive from there.
Again, consistency is the key. And Kenneth and I were talking right before we jumped on, and we know that we have to stay consistent, even when right now it appears that things aren't moving the way we'd like. Ken, we have to stay focused, have to stay consistent. I think you've done such a fantastic job of that. How is and you're in Nevada, right? Is it Henderson, right?
I'm in Las Vegas.
Right? Okay,
slash
so
Henderson.
okay, so tell us about that market briefly. I mean, I know that the weather is hot, right? Um, Tell us something we don't know, or how can we make
110 is not that hot. It's just a little, just a little.
okay.
Something our market is still thriving at the end of the day. I mean, people are still in and out of escrow. Um, it's still a very strong market. So if anybody says it's slowing down, yes, interest rates have increased, but there's people that are obviously across the nation still buying, still selling. I think it all depends on how you're conversing with your database, what information that you're giving them. And I tell them, I don't try to, again, I don't try to convince them. You know, if you buy, obviously, if you buy now at this high of an interest rate, it's less competition on the market. Look at what we just saw these last 2 years. It was absolutely bananas. So I leave it up to them. Do you want to wait for the interest rates to drop and the market goes crazy, or do you want to buy now at a lower purchase price? So I don't force people at the end of the day. I don't try to convince people, and it kind of happens. So I don't know.
I I hear you say you don't know, but I think you do know, and you're authentically you, and you're genuine, and I think that your tribe is attracted to that, and I think that as I see some of our members on here, I think clearly those folks have been attracted to the service you provide and just you being you, because I've seen you give thanks for the referral partners that have trusted you. And I think it's impressed me. I haven't had anyone looking in that area, and if I do, then you're clearly you didn't even know it, but you're my referral partner. So
I appreciate that.
yes, well, I hope one day soon that we'll be able to reciprocate back and forth. But you know how things are. Today I don't know anybody, but tomorrow that very well might change. So,
And that's the thing. What are you doing as an agent to stay top of mind? Not just for your clients, for your referral partners, for the people around your world at the end of the day. And that's my goal. I just want to stay top of mind.
well, I'm sure that hopefully we'll see you in February, and I would love nothing more than maybe for us to, and I know Nevada, he would probably join in. I'd love for us to maybe to create an event, a little social hour or get together or something for our referral partners around the country, since we're all going to converge on your city. So if you'd consider that, count me in.
Yeah, so
I'd-
I definitely will be there for family reunion. It's one event we have done a save the date. I'm actually in the works of planning 2 more events. So that's really my comfort zone. Planning things not only for myself, but for others. How can everybody benefit from something that I do, whether it be the masterminds, whether it be, events in person, that's where I thrive. So there would definitely be quite a few events in the Las Vegas area during that time, and just be prepared to go home nice and tired.
Well, we look forward to it. So, like I said, count me in. I'll be the Dallas, Texas wing. Nevada, he can handle that Austin area. So you got folks who are willing to participate and help, because I don't want all the work to fall on you, right? You're going to be very busy, because I know what it was like when we were here, had family reunion in Dallas. And folks were looking at me often for, where should I go? What should I do? And so there's a lot of responsibility. So we're here to help, right?
I appreciate that.
As we leave, is there anything else that you'd love for us to know, or that we can assist with? Anything?
I don't think there's really anything else that you need to know. I just, again, reiterate, whatever you're doing in your business, whatever you thrive at, make sure you give it your all. Give it 100%. Don't, come in and undermine or whatever the case may be, and just keep the outside noise out. There's always going to be somebody to say something about somebody or something, but really be your authentic self, give it your all, and it will come back to you.
We actually
Well,
have a question in the chat. So Crystal Sweetman from Savannah, Georgia is asking, how did you build your business, and what does your client VIP look like?
So how did I build my business? I mean, I have my sphere of influence. So those are just people that I knew personally. And then obviously those that I've built around social media and then my referral partners. What does my VIP clients look like? So my VIP clients are clients that have either sold with me or purchased with me. Those are my VIP clients. And then from there, I have my A list, B list, and C list. So depending on what list you're on is pretty much how much attention you get from me. So my A list clients are people that are out actively searching right now, or they have a coming soon or something like that. So my VIP clients, you have sold, we have closed escrow, and now I continue to nurture that relationship. I touch on you every single month with either a text message or a phone call. And then I do my quarterly gifts, just reaching out, saying hello, just little small things. And then I might send you like a lottery ticket for, what's that, St. Patrick's Day, or just like little things to stay top of mind. Those are my VIPs. I'm actually starting to do a VIP referral partner list too. So those are my partners that actively support me on social media. We have, good relationships that we're masterminding, talking. You've sent me referrals. So I'm going to kind of mirror what I do for my VIP clients. So that's how I've built the business, just being very intentional with the way that I maneuver.
Wonderful. Christina, is there another question from Kathy?
Yeah, there's another Kathy Boston sent one. Can you recommend tips for agents to seek to hire someone to do their social media content if the agent is not strong in that area? Is this something you recommend?
I'm a little bit of a control freak, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask about that because I do all my social media myself and I have a hard time leveraging. I know I need an assistant. I've needed an assistant 3 years ago, but nobody can do things the way that I can do it. So I'm the wrong person to ask about leverage in that world. But as far as social media, I always say post something. Something is better than nothing. You can Google. Google was my best friend at first. I would Google like buyer's tips and the most generic stuff would pop up. And I'm like, okay, cool, copy paste. You have Chat GPT now that you can ask Chat GPT, hey, tell me a little thing, put the buyer's tip in there. Buyer's tip, create a small little something around this buyer's tip, copy paste. It takes you like 5 minutes. But I think so many people overthink what they're going to post on social media. Next thing you know, they don't post anything. So just post something, put it on your calendar. I have it on my calendar every morning for 15 minutes. I'm going to find something to post on social media. Use Google if you don't want to hire somebody like me. So take advantage of Google and just post something, even if you think that it's the most corniest post or nobody is going to like it. It's all about your name being out there. You don't care what the content says. It's your name appearing on people's feed. And as you're consistently doing it, now they're going to start correlating, hey, real estate with this person because I see them all the time. So I just say, just do it. Just find something to post, do it, and don't overthink it.